Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever felt that you're not living up to your full potential? What does it even mean to not live up to your full potential? It's when you say you'll do something but don't, or you plan to do something but end up procrastinating and never actually do it. You want to live a diligent and hardworking life, but instead, you find yourself constantly busy with trivial matters. You feel like you could be achieving so much more, maybe even a perfect 10 out of 10, but in reality, you're stuck at a 5 or 6. There are things you intend to do but never get around to, places you want to visit but never go, and dreams and aspirations you never pursue. This frustration, I believe, is something we all experience at some point. I know I've been there, feeling incredibly frustrated and upset with myself for not living the life I want. But today, I'll share a simple rule that I hope can help all of you overcome this issue of not living up to your full potential. This rule consists of just 4 words, which I'll reveal later. First, let me give you an example. Imagine someone who doesn't have a lot of money and has to work day and night. Their salary isn't enough, and they're constantly busy. How can we convince this person to go on a trip, to relax and de-stress in a faraway land, or even to travel abroad to broaden their horizons and make their life more meaningful? You know that life isn't meant to be confined to a small space, but how can you make this person who I just described go on a trip? It seems almost impossible. They don't have money, they're always busy with work, and they lack confidence. How can we make them want to travel? The answer is simple. Have them watch travel videos every day. That's it. Just have them watch travel vlogs every day, in the morning, afternoon, and evening, just like they would watch any other entertainment. After a few days of watching, they'll start to feel a sense of interest. This is when their minds begin to open up to things they previously thought they were never worthy or capable of doing. They might not be able to travel yet, but they'll keep watching. One day, they'll feel curious and wonder, wow, how did that person manage to travel like that? This curiosity will gradually transform into a desire to travel themselves. They might not know how, but the thought of wanting to go will be planted in their minds. As they continue to consume travel content, they'll eventually come across videos that teach them how to travel on a budget, how to book affordable accommodations, find cheap places to eat, and get around efficiently. They'll start to realize that they can travel to certain destinations for just a few $100s. While this might still seem like a large amount for them, it's not impossible. They'll keep watching and nurturing this desire. After a few weeks or months, they'll no longer be afraid of traveling. They'll have seen so much through videos that they'll be familiar with it and won't feel intimidated anymore. And one day, they'll decide to go on a solo trip, book their tickets and accommodations, and embark on their adventure. This is what I call the rule of in front of you. To make someone do something, even yourself, put the desired outcome or task in front of you and look at it every day. You'll be infused with energy, motivation, confidence, and even knowledge. And one day, you'll do it naturally, without any fear. This rule can be applied to many areas of life. For example, if you want to be healthier and drink enough water but tend to forget, put a glass of water in front of you. I guarantee you'll drink it when you feel thirsty. Or, if you're not happy with your health or appearance and want to improve, watch fitness and beauty videos. Listen to related content while doing chores, eating, or relaxing. At first, you might not be interested, but don't worry about it. Just let the content play in the background. Week after week, you'll start to notice the fit people in the videos and wonder what it would be like to look like them. You'll start to subconsciously want to emulate them. And before you know it, you'll find yourself doing push-ups, pull-ups, running, and eating healthier. The same principle applies to feeling bored with life. You can watch videos about volunteer groups and see how much joy they bring to people. Even if you don't understand what volunteering or charity work is, you'll be exposed to it and might eventually feel inspired to participate. This is the rule of in front of you. Put what you want to achieve in front of you, interact with it, and you'll eventually get there. It's as simple as that. Why do you need to give? You don't understand those things. For example, you watch videos of people traveling, and they talk about their excitement, Like, wow, we're almost there. We're about to cook for the children in remote areas. We're doing something good for the world. You see them say that in the video and you just watch. Maybe at first you don't like it, you don't understand it, but keep watching. It's contagious, really. Suddenly you see how happy they are, how they volunteer and do good things for the world, and you get envious. That feeling of envy will turn into a desire to be like them. You really want to be like them. What do? You might search for the phone numbers of those charity groups, sign up as a member, and participate. And that's how your life changes. Boom, boom, boom. For the better, more positive, without you even realizing it. The principle is still the same, the rule of in front of you. Put it in front of you, and you'll pick it up one day. If it doesn't sink in after 1 or 2 days, it will after a week or a month. Because love at first sight, well, it's nice, but personally, I prefer the love that develops over time. You meet someone, and you might not like them at first, but as you get to know them, you discover their lovable qualities, and that bond is precious. Many couples who have been happily together for a long time, if you ask them, one of them might say, I used to hate him/her at first sight. But somehow, they ended up getting married and have been together for decades. This is the beauty of it. There's no instant spark, but through prolonged contact, you discover the good things, unlike the opposite, where the initial spark fades and reveals all the bad things. The same goes for the rule of in front of you. The obstacle you might have with this method is that you think you won't like watching that content, right? It doesn't matter. Just turn it on for me. Just play it. If it doesn't resonate now, it will tomorrow. You'll naturally start to like it, naturally want to do those good things. This applies to another thing too, getting rid of procrastination. Many of you have a long list of things to do, but never get around to them. Why? Because they're out of sight, out of mind. I'm serious. At the beginning of the year, you make a list of dreams and aspirations, but by March, you've forgotten all about it. So, the solution is to put that list of tasks, dreams, and desires in front of you. For example, I always have a checklist for my work. I write down what I need to do at 7, 8, 9, and so on. I keep it in front of me. This helps me on days when I'm not feeling great. I still know what I need to do. I still see it. And when I see the tasks, even if I'm tired at 8 and don't want to work, I'll have a coffee, and by 8:30, I'll feel refreshed and want to tackle something on the list. Once I finish the first task, I'll feel good and want to continue with the second, third, and so on. Don't let things be out of sight, out of mind. Apply the rule of in front of you to yourself. Put the good things in front of you. You'll notice that in many tips on how to read books better, more, or effectively, one piece of advice is always given. Carry a book with you everywhere. I think that's the best advice, and it aligns with the rule of this lesson. Carry a book with you so that whenever you touch your bag, you feel it and know it's there. Or put the book on your desk while you work. You'll see it, even if you don't care at first. But eventually, when you feel bored, you'll pick it up and read a few pages. And before you know it, you'll finish the whole book. By the way, the reason why you're addicted to your phone is the same principle. You see it so easily, so you touch it. But that's a topic for another time. We're talking about how to build a more fulfilling life with a simple rule, the rule of in front of you. I hope this lesson is helpful for all of you. It's really effective, and I've applied it myself. My greatest hope is that you'll use this trick for a few weeks or months, and you'll naturally develop many good habits and traits. Many things you thought you couldn't do, you'll be able to do, all thanks to this simple habit. So I urge you to apply and practice it. Your life will almost certainly blossom. Trust me, believe in the guinea pig who's experimenting with you. This lesson is just the beginning. Feel free to share your interests, topics you'd like to explore, or stories you want to share with the community. We're eager to hear and learn from you. Let's create a positive space where we can grow and change together for the better every day.